Hi, everybody. Today we're going to talk about the review topics in Chapter 8, which is the skeletal system. So in the skeletal system, you're learning about the axial skeleton and the appendicular skeleton. One, you have to know the basic difference between the axial skeleton and the appendicular skeleton. What are the bones which constitute the axial skeleton and the appendicular skeleton, and the basic difference between the two? Total number of bones. What is a sesamoid bone? What is a sutural bone? What are the different bone features you studied? What is a foramen? What is condyle? What is epicondyle? What are the skull bones, particularly the features of sphenoid? What are the articulations of the frontal bone, the parietal bone, and the occipital bone? The sphenoid bone has got some peculiar features. It houses the pituitary gland. What is that part called? All these you should review. What are air sinuses? Which bones, where do you see the air sinuses? Which are the bones which contain the air sinuses? What is the function of the air sinuses? What are the features of the fetal skull? Especially, what are fontanelles? And you see medical people, they check for the soft spot. What is a soft spot? And what are the other soft spots? What is scapula? What are the features of the scapula? Especially, you should know the acromion, the spine of the scapula, the supraspinous fossa, infraspinous fossa, Coracoid process, and glenoid cavity. And how does the scapula articulate with the humerus? What are the parts of the thoracic cage? What are the different types of ribs? True ribs, false ribs, floating ribs? Why is it called false rib? Why is it called true rib? And why is it called floating ribs? What are the parts of the sternum? What is costal cartilage? Then going down, we're in the pectoral girdle, and you should know the parts of the pectoral girdle. What are the three bones that constitute the pectoral girdle? You should know the we're back in the scapula. That's probably a mistake. So I'm going to take it off and put it up there. Let's put this over here. All right. So here, and here we have some parts of the pectoral girdle. To the pectoral. Oh, that's correct. Parts of the okay, so we have completed the pectoral girdle. Now we are going into the humerus. In the humerus, you should know the greater tubercle, lesser tubercle. What is a coronoid fossa, radial fossa, capitulum, trochlea, and olecranon fossa. These are the parts. What are the main features of the radius and ulna? Radius and ulna are the bones of the forearm or the antebrachium. What are the different types of vertebrae? You should know the different types and the number of vertebrae in each type. So you have the cervical, thoracic, lumbar. What are the number of vertebrae in each type, especially in the cervical vertebrae and thoracic vertebrae? What are the different types of cervical vertebrae? You should know the main identifying features of atlas and axis. Atlas and axis are have got very specific identifying features and can be easily identified. You should know them. What are the common spinal deformities? What is the most common spinal deformity? What are the ear ossicles? What are the bones involved? Where is the hyoid bone located? What are its connections? What is the shape of the hyoid bone? And then going down into the wrist, we have the carpals, metacarpals, and phalanges. So you should know the book. You should have an idea about different parts. You know that the carpal constitute the wrist. Metacarpal is the palm of the hand, and phalanges is the fingers. You should know the parts of the pelvic girdle, which is the iliac bone, pubic bone, ischium, and ischial tuberosity. You should know the various features of the pelvic bone or the hip bone, which is the acetabulum. Acetabulum is where the pelvic girdle articulates with the femur. Obturator foramen, you should know how to identify the obturator foramen. And you should know the pelvic outlet. You should know the difference between the male and female pelvis. What are the articulations of the femur? The femur articulates with the pelvic girdle. It also articulates with the tibia. And there are two bones in the leg. There is a tibia and there's a fibula, but the femur does not articulate with the tibia. Tibia is the main bone which articulates with the femur. And in the tibia, you should know the tibial tuberosity and the medial malleolus. In the fibula, you should know that the fibula does not participate. It does not articulate with the femur, and the fibula constitute the lateral malleolus. You should know the bones of the foot, the tarsal bone, the metatarsal bone, and the phalanges. Especially in the tarsal bone, you should know the calcaneus. You should know how to identify the calcaneus, and attached to the calcaneus is the Achilles tendon. So that's the review for Chapter 8.